Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode on Lumber Capital Log Yard. Have you ever heard of Pwick tongue and groove? Well, it's a new one for me, at least. We have a custom order of tongue and groove for this certain cut of wood called Pwick, and I'll show you exactly what it looks like. Right now, we are in the process of lining up the knives to be just right, which is a tricky process. Right here, you'll see this is a little piece that we were just testing out. This is the last piece we stuck through, and the knives were not quite aligned right, and we got a little, if you just see that those little pieces right there, that's not supposed to be there. Right there too. So that means that our knives were not aligned correctly. So we just realigned the knives, and we're about to stick through another board to test it out and see if we fixed the problem. It is kind of a tricky thing, but these are custom knives for the Pwick, so we had to change out the knives that we had in there before. And this is actually something that we're going to be doing as a business, is doing custom tongue and groove work like this. And there are so many different knives. I should pull out the book for you guys so you guys can see in the catalog. They have, I mean, there's so many different cuts that you can make to make just cool stuff. So the knives are a little pricey, but once you invest in them, you don't have to rebuy them, obviously. And when people do want custom work done, we'll charge to buy the knives if we don't already have them. And then we can make basically whatever you want to match. You know, a lot of the times people are working on older houses. They want something to match what was already there. And sometimes that can be hard to come by if it's not something that's commonly found in, you know, Lowe's or whatever. So right now, that's actually exactly what this customer needs, is a replica of something that is already there. So this is called Pwick. Well, not exactly because this is a little bit off, but I'll show you once we get it going what the final product looks like. But hey, you're actually going to see the whole process here, so let's get into it.
Okay, well we have a custom order here with this detail on it, and we got the T&G set up correctly. They're working fine. They're the ones right down here. There's your groove, and this one over here is the tongue. The height on those is good. Where the challenge begins is when you're putting these detail cutters on here. They're opposing cutters. You have to have them lined up exactly right, or they give you a false cut, because one cuts one way and the other one moves off, and I'm talking micro adjustments. So you have to run a few test pieces through here and adjust as you see fit. And it takes a while, but once you get it going, then you can. This was a 1-inch board, 8.5 inches wide, and it comes out with some pretty nice looking wood. So that's what I'm doing now. I'm having to move these blades, if I can remember now what I was doing, out just a little bit so that I get my adjustment. So you have to put my peepers on here so I can see. You have to get these two blades exactly the same, or they work against each other. So that's what I'm doing right now. So that's 3/8 to there. Okay, so now I bring this one around. That one is 3/8. Let me see what this one is again. This is right at 3/8. And this one is a little bit different. No, that one is 3/8. So I moved the other one. All I can do is run another board and see what it does. And then you just gotta keep adjusting till you get them right.
So we're still having the same problem that we did last time, but we're also having another problem now. So this was our first try, and this is what it's supposed to look like. It's supposed to be rounded on both sides. So this piece is actually being chopped off. See how that lip isn't perfectly rounded? And then what happened was we actually moved the blades the wrong way. We thought we were moving them in the right way, so it actually cut off even more this time, so we have to move them back the other direction, and then also still fix the little jump that it's making right there, because this is what we're trying to make it look like. And then we grabbed the catalog here so I could show you all of the different options that are available for knives. I mean, there's just pages and pages, but you can see just so many different patterns here, whether it's inverted or extroverted. Yeah, so there's some cool ones there. It gets really just intricate. But the idea then is that when they're connected, it just looks continuous. I'll, of course, show you once we get a more accurate, good piece. It looks really cool, though.
It's gotta come in.
We need more
Quite a bit.
of this shape. And look how off they are.
Huh? It's gotta come in because you gotta have that curve in there. It's like trying to pull an octopus off your head. Hey! Okay, let me see that. How far off are we? 1/8 of an inch. So this one's 7, so we gotta go back to 5.
I think we finally figured it out. Grandpa, what ended up being the trick?
You got 2 blades on that cutter, and they got to be exactly. And it's hard to measure exactly like that. So it was leaving, they were offset, so it was leaving a little cut mark in there that wasn't supposed to be in there.
Yeah.
So what I finally ended up doing, I measured about almost 1,000,000 times and didn't work. So I took this and I stuck it in the machine backwards.
Yeah.
And checked to see where those knives were pointing on this, on that thing. And then I moved one of them over to match the other one, and it finally came out. But I mean, you start trying to do a lot of measuring.
Yeah.
A lot of measuring.
Well, that seemed like a good technique. I mean, you just keep on measuring, trying to do the same thing. It wasn't working, so you stuck it back in the opposite way to see which knife was doing
Yeah, I
it.
stuck it in the other machine and just cut it short enough so I could slide it in there and get the cutters right above.
Yeah.
Right above where I was at, and then I could see where, I mean, I'm only talking
A millimeter.
a millimeter.
Yeah.
But that millimeter left a peak
Yep.
in there.
Which honestly, I thought was like a cool little detail, but it was actually a defect.
Oh, it
At
is.
first, I'm like, oh.
It is a
that's cool.
detail. I just didn't want it that kind of detail. It's wrong detail. So, no, those are good looking boards now.
Yeah. Look at that. We got it fixed.
Okay. That only took.
Thanks for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed today's video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. Other than that, we'll see you back here next time. Bye.